Hey everybody, I'm Josh and welcome to a very special Just Saying. Thank you. It is our host chat segment, so let's get chatting. It's our third annual Mother's Day special. And I was going to do this at the end, but I'm going to do it now and get it out of the way. Otherwise, I'm going to be thinking about it the whole entire show. But if I say it now and get over the emotions now, we're going to have a great show. So this, I've been putting off filming this show, this episode. And the reason for that is because about a month ago, my mom was diagnosed with melanoma, which the prognosis is great. The treatments are working. But it just, you think as a kid, my parents are invincible. And throughout my life, I've lost my 4 grandparents. And for me, I lost a grandparent, Whereas for my parents, they lost a parent. And I never could figure out how to be there for them because it wasn't like I've never been through that. And I'm not saying my mom is dying. She's not. I mean, she's getting up there in age and we all die. But it's just like that kick in the face, the stab to the heart that makes you realize, you know what? Your parents aren't invincible. They're not going to live forever. And this month has been really hard for me, so I want to dedicate... I mean, I'm not doing my show centered around my mother, but I would like to dedicate this show to my mom. Because, like I've said multiple times, I do this show mainly for myself to escape. Just get out of the reality, get on here, have fun, talk about nothing, and just have fun. And today we're going to do that, and I am filming this to escape and get out of the reality for 30 minutes. And I'm going to continue to do this show so that I have 30 minutes every week just to think about nothing. And which is hard because my mind is always going. In fact, I'm on a sleeping medication to shut my mind off at night because I can't. So I'm trying not to be emotional. I don't think I'm going to be emotional. This is like the 7th time I've done this take, and the first few times I did bawl my eyes out while I was filming. And I would have aired those episodes because this is real. Life is real. And I can't come out here and pretend like I'm hunky-dory 24/7, 365. It's not going to happen because I am a human. Everyone has issues going on. Everyone deals with things, but I can't seclude myself. I can't... The old me before my hospital stint would have. Like, I would have just shut myself off from the entire world and slumped into a depression. But I can't do that. I'm pushing forward. We are going to have a great show. And growing up, my mom always said, when you had a list of chores or a list of things you had to get done, which one of the things I had to get done on my show was to talk about this, for a very important point, which I'll get to here in just a minute. But she always said, do the worst of them first. Get it out of the way. Otherwise, you'll be sitting there thinking about it the entire time and be dreading it. So that's why I decided to bypass the script I have written for my opening today and talk about this because obviously it's on my mind. Obviously I can't come out here and be 100% hilarious and, well, in my mind, hilarious, but 100% stupid. But now that I've talked about it, I can. And we're going to get it out of the way. The whole point in this is, I say this because for those of you who I don't obviously know who watches this, only 4 people, and if you are someone who still has both of your parents or any of your parents left alive, I shouldn't have said left, that didn't sound right. If any of your parents are still alive, be sure you tell them as often as you can how much you love them, how much they have meant to you in your life. My mom never gave up on me. She was always the fighter and the glue that held my family together, especially when I was going through what I was going through pre-hospital stint. And so, yeah, we're going to get through this. My family is going to get through this. Like I said, the prognosis is very well. She's only done one treatment, and even her cancer doctor told her that it looks like it's working, that the bumps are getting smaller. Even we can tell that. So it's totally positive, and we're going to make something positive out of it. And the positive message is to love your mom. Tell her what she means to you. Or your mom figure, I should say. Tell her how much she means to you, how much you love her, and do that as often as you can. Even if you just call and say, I love you. Bye. And hang up. You don't know how much that will mean to them. And to you. And hug your mom, especially tight. Please keep my family in your thoughts. I don't normally ask that, but I mean, obviously anyone who watches this and knows us would. Anyway, so I feel the emotions coming on, so I'm going to jump ahead to the show and answer the age-old question, what is Josh drinking? PepsiCo! Do I need to switch? No, I'm not even going to say it. I'm drinking my Mountain Dew today. Trust me, I thought with everything going on that I needed to get a Mike's Hard Lemonade, but you know what? That doesn't always solve everything. And Mountain Dew is better. And it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I don't want to be drunk. Let's be real. If I were filming this later on in the day, maybe. So the sketch I'm about to do was not planned for this week. It was planned for next week. However, I did all the preparation for the sketch and not the one I was supposed to do for this week. So we are going to answer some viewer emails. If you have any questions for me personally or about the show, send them to me, as well as anything you think I should see and share on the show. Be sure to send it to me. I will post it up at the end of the show, like I always do. I have 2 minutes. We're going to read as many out of 6 questions as I can, because you know how winded I can get. What is my favorite season? My favorite season is fall, because you can turn off the air conditioner, crack open the windows, and sleep like a baby. I love to be cold. I always keep my house cold. It will be summertime, and I'm in my house with my jogging pants and a sweatshirt on, or a long sleeve t-shirt on, because I love to be cold. And here's the reason. You can always put more layers on. You can't take your skin off. So why be sweating my brains out, what little of them are left, and sweat and be uncomfortable when I can just be cold and put on a jacket and a hat and gloves, sitting in my house, playing on my computer. What did I want to be when I grew up? I'll let you know when I grow up. No. I wanted to be a teacher. Every year for Christmas, I would ask Santa Claus to bring me a chalkboard, because I loved to play school. I loved school. In fact, when the school we initially went to, my kindergarten year, there were 3 students in the 8th grade class. That's how small my school was. There was 5 students in my class. And so they were getting new textbooks, and we got all the old textbooks for some odd reason. And so we had the teacher's editions. So everyone loved to play school at my house, because we could look at the answers. And I'm still a horrible student. Granted, it was like 1st and 2nd grade stuff, but I digress. Do I have any issues in life being colorblind? Yes. This is going to be the last question. Yeah, I have a lot of, well, not a lot, but every year for Christmas or my birthday, I have a sister who will get me clothes. And she doesn't know this, and I don't think she watches the show. If she does, gee, I'm sorry. I haven't told you this, but I need the clothes anyway. But anytime I open clothes for a present or go shopping with someone for clothes, I hate it because then I have to think in my mind, or even like, okay, let's just say I open this shirt up and I'm holding it up and I'm showing everybody what it is. In my mind, I'm having a panic attack with, okay, what pants does this go with? What shirts can I wear these pants with? And like, I'm panicking because I don't know what color it is. I don't know what colors I have at home and what would go well. And I'm just weird. The only other issue that I really, because like, I can tell Mountain Dew cans are green. I can tell the grass is green by the shade of gray it is. It's just little things that throughout my life I have picked up. And like, for example, they were going to fail me in kindergarten because I thought I was just joking around when it was time for the color to learn my colors. But then I started realizing, you know what? Every time she holds up the square, it's going to be blue. Every time she holds up the triangle, it's going to be purple. So that's kind of how I got by. But here in Illinois, all of our stoplights are up and down. But when I moved down to Texas, they were all sideways. And when I first moved there, obviously I know the middle light is the yellow light. But I just kind of literally just went with the flow of traffic. If I looked up and noticed it was in the middle, I knew it was getting ready to turn red. Like I said, it's just a little thing I pick up. And then, but like if it was on one of the ends and everyone was stopped, obviously I would stop. If everyone was going, I would go. So, I mean, it's just little things like that, that, yeah, make it hard to be colorblind. But you also have a way of, dealing with it. So, anyway, I'm a couple minutes over my time, so we're going to move right into it. It's time for another cheesy monologue. We don't need holidayinsights.com this week to tell us that it's Mother's Day, so as usual, I went to latenightLOL.com and in the search bar typed in mom, so while outdated, all of the jokes will have something to do with mama. Hold on tight. Here we go. Researchers are claiming that humans can only maintain close relationships with 5 people, which should make for an interesting Mother's Day for my mom and her 6 children. That's just a joke. My mom has 3. And then she had a perfect one and stopped. Got you! My sisters and I have this running joke about bragging about who the favorite child is. Well, they tried twice, didn't get what they wanted, had me and stopped. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. A representative from PETA, the Protection and Ethical Treatment of Animals, has written Honey Boo Boo a letter urging her to not eat her new pet chicken. So instead, Honey Boo Boo's mother ate the representative from PETA. In Tennessee, a Chick-fil-A manager has apologized for asking a mom to stop breastfeeding. However, Chick-fil-A later took back the apology when they learned the baby was gay. I will never step foot in a Chick-fil-A. We all know about that being an adult is hard. When you're a kid, having your mom around made things so much easier, which is why one woman in Brooklyn is selling her services for $40 an hour as a rent-a-mom. That's right. She'll sew your shirts on your buttons on your shirt. She'll bake your favorite gifts, and she'll even call you at 6 a.m. on a Saturday to ask you how to set the DVR. As I mentioned, it is Mother's Day, and let's be real, my mom is the best mom. For years, she fed me, washed my clothes, read me bedtime stories, and then last year I moved out. It's time now for my joke of the week. And I'm not gonna lie, the first time I'm saying this all season, it's a good one. Here we go. There's a new trend out where people are watching television shows that they despise, which is called hate watching. Speaking of hate watching, hi, Mom! Oh, I love that joke. All right, moving right along. Tech experts say that Facebook is planning to launch a service that will allow users to send each other money using their messaging feature. Said moms, so now you want to be my Facebook friend? An Arizona mom was arrested after her toddler ate macaroni and cheese laced with marijuana. The Arizona mom was charged with impersonating a Florida mom. A California mom is being sued by... let's try that one more time. A California mom is being sued because her son told everyone at his school that Santa Claus wasn't real. The sad part of the story is the son goes to UCLA. And finally, Lego has announced that, quote, to mirror the world we live in, end quote, the company will be adding a working mom, handicapped, and a stay-at-home dad figurine. Just a side note, the handicapped person became handicapped by stepping on a Lego with their bare feet. It's worse than a paper cut. Anyway. So, I don't hide it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. See, we're having fun. There's no doubt about it. I hate kids. Well, I don't hate them. I wouldn't throw a rock at one. And for the record, I said I wouldn't. But, well, there's a couple I'd throw a rock at. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that to children. Anyway, but I would do it to children who did things like this in this week's edition of There's a Reason I Don't Have Kids. I admit, I am not the cleanest person. I don't do well in my cleaning duties, as you can tell. But I'd never let my house look like this. And that was only while the mom went to pee. Here's the next one. They just wanted to have a bubble bath, Mom, and you wouldn't put it in, so they did. You know, I have a preview of it, and you'd think I'd try to prepare myself and scoot over a little bit, but I don't. Here's the next one. This is just hilarious. It took me a minute to figure this one out, but the baby's playing in a great big mess, and the mom is on the couch behind her sleeping. Like, that's just a typical Monday or Thursday in every mother's house. How would you like, here's the next one, how would you like, speaking of Lego, for this to happen? And that's why they created the handicap figurine. Here's the next one. I have no idea what this child got into, but to find your child sleeping looking like this terrifies you. Like, where were you that you made that big of a mess? And why am I not finding it anywhere? Because there's no doubt about it, it's not just on your face. It's got to be all over the walls like this kid did. And I'm really, really hoping that's marker paint or mud or something. Just saying. This child has a big mess, but my favorite part is the look on her face. It's totally a devil look. Like, hee 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 hee. Also known as my sister. It's funny because, and I only say that, I'm not saying my sister's the devil, but I only say that because Every time we're sitting around like at a holiday or something, we're telling my nephew stories of growing up. My sister always starts every story with, and she'll look at either me or my sister when she says this, but she goes, "It was either me and you or me and you, but I know it was me." And then she'd start her story, which goes to prove that she's in the center of all the chaos. Kidding, I love you. You know I do. Anyway, here's the next one. I'm assuming this child got some silly string. Just a thought. Just a thought. Here's the next one. The look on this other kid's face is totally a screw you face. Like, he's all proud about it. Or she. Are those ponytails? I don't know. But it's just like, screw you. I can't say, even though I grew up wanting to be a teacher and played school all the time, I always had a chalkboard at Christmas, or until the dry erase boards came out, then I started getting those from Santa. So I didn't have to do things like this. So, what is one more thing that a mother is great at? And that are family photos. Because no child ever wants to have to sit still for any period of time. Let alone look like your entire family. Because that was the thing back then. You'd all look the same. Anyway, it's time for another hilarious edition of funny family photos.
Drop it.
Sorry, thought I had more time. That was a quick intro. So, yeah. Enjoy. What is... okay, so that used to be a fashion. The mother's hair used to actually be the cool hairstyle for mothers. It was called the beehive. Not a joke. For those of you who are teenagers, if you watch this and not sexting or texting or whatever, yeah, that was actually a look. Here's the next one, and can you find the black sheep of the family in this picture? I'm assuming it's the little bitty baby. No, it's the guy wearing the Hawaiian shirt while everyone is dressed up. That would be me. Like, everyone in my family goes dressed up to things, and I go in my pajama pants. Jeans and a t-shirt. That's me. I don't think I own nice clothes. Let's just say that. Because of my color blindness, honestly. I'd probably dress a lot better if I wasn't colorblind. Here's the next one. I don't ever remember it being a good idea to have your baby and your husband showing their chest in a family picture. Like, and none of them even look happy. Like, why are you even taking this picture? Are you not happy to be a family together? Now, I love it when people like to help you. In case you don't understand things, like the wrong kind of people I keep talking about. However, I think I can tell which family member is which without the shirt saying which family member is which. Now, if they were wearing different shirts, like the daughter was wearing the dad or the son was wearing the mom, that I could find funny. But, like, is there really a point, especially because what do you do with your family pictures? Back in the day, you'd hang them in your house. You know, you'd put them on your mantle or your shelving, whatever. It's not like school pictures where you used to pass them out to everybody. Let alone, I think people can tell who the mom and the dad is in the family. Just saying. Here's the next one, and this one I'm trying not even to look at. because these masks creep me out. I would be even more creeped out if I walked down the street like this family and saw this family. Like, what? What would prompt you to walk down the street like that? Like, are you famous and trying to hide your identity? You can do it a hell of a lot better than with those damn creepy masks. Here is the next one, and it totally tells how children feel about their parents when they see them kissing. Especially the girl on the left who's about ready to vomit. So, in the intro to this segment, I talked about this particular picture and how people back in the day used to dress like everyone else in your family during a family picture. And that is why I bring it up. That is seriously what people did. It more so coordinate colors. That's a bit overboard. It was more so coordinating colors. Now, I'm just going to show it to you. Enjoy. Like, what would prompt you to get a family picture with your parents making out in the background? I mean, let's hang that on my wall and let Grandma and Grandpa see it. Here's the next one. I have a feeling I can tell which one which member of the family is the dummy. Because it's literally a dummy. Did y'all get my joke? Okay. And finally, how every child feels when they get their picture taken. This is your fault! Get out! If you weren't in this, we wouldn't be taking pictures like this. Well, what else is one thing moms are good at? And that, or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. What is one more stressful thing that mothers have to is a motherly responsibility, and that is the child's birthday. And part of the child's birthday is the cake. So I thought it would be fun to look at some more horrible cake decorating fails in this week's edition of Nailed It, Kinda. Now this one you can tell that it's a bought cake because there's a price tag on it. But I'm sorry, if you cannot spell in the cake decorating business, maybe you shouldn't be in the cake decorating business. Because this one says, I think it says, congratulations, you done it. I think that first word's congratulations. But it's actually congration. You done it. Instead of congratulations, you did it. Now, oh, I just clicked the wrong thing. Hold on. There we go. All right. So, when you're calling a company, let's say Hy-Vee, let's say Kroger, let's say Schnucks, you're calling them and you're telling them what you want the birthday cake to say. And I want it to say happy birthday in French, not literally happy birthday in French. You have to be like, tell them I want it written in French. Here's the next one. The cake says it all. Unfortunately, that cake went to a guy's wife, and it didn't turn out so well. Ever heard of Lorena Bobbitt? No, I'm kidding. Seriously, though, check it out. Check out that story. She cut her husband's wing off. I don't know why I just said wing. I've never said that before. I don't even know why that was the first thing that popped into my head. Oh, Lord, here we go. Now, when you call someone, and let's say you're the order taker, and someone says, can you put their age, and can you draw a rainbow? I don't think that literally means write the phrase, or in this case, can you draw a unicorn? They were asking you if you could draw a unicorn, not put can you draw a unicorn on the damn cake. Hey. They. Again, just because the customer says it on the phone doesn't mean that's what they want the cake to say. Like this one. Fill with 18 dots or periods following. Following, actually. Like, seriously. Where in your brain cells would they ever connect to put that on the cake instead of what they're telling you to put on the cake? There's a fine line between ignorance and stupidity, and y'all know which one I hate. Here's the next one. Happy birthday, and I'm going to send you a picture to put on it. So let's write on the cake, happy birthday, the picture's on the flash drive. Really? You thought that that's what they wanted you to put on the cake. Not the picture they put on the flash drive, but that they wanted you to tell everyone the picture's on the flash drive. Wrong kind of people. Here's the next one. I don't give a shit, just want chocolate and M&Ms. You really think that that's what the person wanted on their cake? Seriously? Here's the next one. Hold on. Okay, so good luck, Ben, in all of your adventures. Put the state of Texas on it for her. I'm guessing maybe it's not Ben. Ken? I think it's Ken. Good luck. No, because it's still a girl's name. Jen. I don't know. But why would you think that they want you to put the state of Texas on it? Like, am I just a genius and the only one who understands this stuff? Because it's crazy that every time I Google that from this segment, I get whole brand new ones. There might be a couple I've duplicated over the 8 seasons. But still. Now, this cake... You ever heard of Where's Waldo? It's a book where there's a guy named Waldo, and you're supposed to find him in a picture of a bunch of crazy stuff. And then there's a list of other stuff you have to find. However, I don't think that that's what they wanted intentionally for this cake. I'm pretty sure, I had to read the article that I didn't want to include on here, but they were supposed to do a frog. And for the child's 3rd birthday, and this is what they got. The cake is green with a smiley face and the number 3. So I'm assuming the whole cake is the strangely deformed frog. And, like, really? Really? And finally, if you heart your teacher, you better know how to spell. Because this cake says, we heart our teacher. Instead of we heart our teacher. Really? And it even looks like one of her students wrote on the cake. At least have a steady hand if you're a cake decorator. I don't know why I can never say that. Well, that will do it for this show. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, seriously, especially to my mama. I love you, Mama. You know I will always be there for you. You are my rock. You are the family's rock. You are the glue that holds us together. And we're going to get through this together. To everyone else's mom out there, or if you are a mom, thank you so much for all the hard work you do. Even if your kids won't say it for you, I will say it for them. I sit back and I look at my sister who's got 4 kids, and everything that she has to try to keep straight on top of her own personal schedule. This kid has that at this time. This kid's got, literally when I was a kid, when I was growing up with my 4 nephews, we every year would have to sit down and make a calendar in Excel and have each child with a different color about what time baseball games are, when, where, what days. That's how crazy everything got. And the fact that mothers hold it together, barely ever screw up. And what happens when a mother is sick? Everything in the family goes to shit. So remember the saying, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Just tuck it away in your brain and remember that. Also, be sure to hug your mom every chance you get, or your dad. Let them know how much they love you, or how much you love them and what they mean to you. And never take your family for granted. Be sure to tell everyone in your family how much you love them. If there's something you see that if there's something you think I should see and share on the show, be sure to send it to me. I can get through all of that, but I can't say if there's something you want me to see. Anyway, there's the show email address. Also, if you have if you have a question for me or anyone on my production team, myself or Taser, the director's actually sitting right over here sleeping. Anyway, also be sure to follow me on TikTok at Josh Fight for exclusive behind the scenes looks, my Taser versus videos, which I promise I will get going again. I haven't done anything on TikTok, but I will. I promise. Because you never know. There might be TikTok exclusive contests, like one that just wrapped up. Anyway, until then, I'm sorry. Let me continue on with my closing here. While you have a second, while I'm mumbling over what I'm trying to say, be sure to like, subscribe, comment below, and get the notifications anytime I post a new episode. Once again, thank you to all the mothers out there. This show is for you. And it just gives you a little bitty peek into what mothers have to deal with every day. So, be sure to join me next week. Let me get to the actual script here so I know what I'm supposed to be saying. Be sure to join me next week. I don't think I have any. Oh, I'm sorry. There it is. Be sure to join me next week for for 4 more holidays that will have you saying what. But until then, everybody, be sure to stay healthy, stay safe, hug your mom, tell her how much you love her and what they mean to you. And until next week, everybody, that's all I'm saying.